Podcast Popy i Kultura.
Hello everyone, welcome to the channel of the podcast Popy in Kultura. And first of all, let me tell you that my English is not perfect, so everything I would say, excuse me before that. So in the last video, we did the unboxing of the new Nintendo Switch 2 console. And this one is gonna be not so long, because here I'm gonna show you how to set up your new console and I'll show you some menu. So here's the Switch 2, the console. Let's turn it on. So here you can see it's the valid one, not the fake one. So let me turn on the music, because someone wanted to hear that. Someone wrote in the comments that they want to hear the music that you can hear on the setup. So let me choose the English, because this video is gonna be for all the foreign watchers. Yep. So let's choose Europe. Okay, I'm not gonna set up the internet because without the day one patch, the console doesn't work as it should. It cannot turn on any video games. It cannot go into Nintendo Shop. So we're just gonna skip that. So here we're gonna choose the time. I'm in Moscow, so I'm gonna choose Moscow. Also, it wanna tell us what date now. Let's choose the random one, it doesn't matter. Here it tells us that we can do the system transfer, but so you can do the system transfer through the cable, yeah, but I don't have the Switch one, so I'm not gonna do any transfers. And also, if we're gonna do this, it's gonna be a long time. And before that, I tried. It says that it needs to be updated with the same day one patch. So here we can see that we can play Switch. So you already know what is that. I'm not gonna tell you. Also, it shows that Switch 2 has a stand. I already showed it. Here is the stand. Okay, now it says us to detach the Joy-Cons. Let me show you. There is a button, as you can know, here and here. So it tells us to detach the right hand Joy-Con. Here we go. And now the left. Here you go. Okay. Also, it asks if we want to connect our console to the TV. We're not gonna do this in that video. Maybe we will do it in next one, if you write in the comments that you want to see it. Okay. So, okay, let's attach the Joy-Cons again. Also, the Joy-Cons are very steady, very good, not like the Switch one. Okay. No, I'm not gonna sign in. Let's choose the okay. So yep. No, we don't need. Okay, so as on this first Switch, we're just gonna hit the home button and go to the main menu. Yeah. The screen guys are very, very bright. As you can see, they changed the menu of the system a little bit. Yep. Here we have games, but we cannot re-download anything because it needs system to be updated. But when you choose update, it's gonna tell that system is already updated to the latest firmware. Yep. Okay, yeah, it says could it connect to the internet. I'm not going to connect it to the internet now because it doesn't matter, it will not connect to update. Yeah, so here we have Nintendo Switch Online as on the old one. Here we have Game Chat. It doesn't work. This also doesn't work before the day one patch. News doesn't work. Nintendo eShop doesn't work. Album, yeah, the screenshots, yeah, so we can use the capture button. We cannot use it right now, but here, as you can see, also like on the first Switch. So we have Game Share, it doesn't work now. We have controllers. Yeah, this one is also on the also like on the first Switch. Also, we have virtual game cards. It's for the games that you bought in eShop. And now I think I can show you the most interesting thing that I can show before the day one patch. It's the system settings. So, system settings, what do we have here? So we have support, that's not very interesting. Airplane mode, as on the first one. Here we have screen brightness. We can choose auto brightness, or we can do it manually. The screen is very, very bright. Also, we have internet. Yep. Also, parental controls. We don't need that. Accessibility. Here we can do another button mapping. Yep. So all these things. Software data. For the free space, we have 232 gigs of free memory. Also, we can update software, save data cloud, all this stuff. Here are the users. Also, like on the first Switch, here are controllers. We can connect controllers, update controllers. Yep. Also, under is gonna be our serial numbers of the controls, but I'm not gonna show you this. I think you know why. Also, in the audio, we can use the audio output, either system speakers or the headphones. They're also gonna be there. Also, TV sound. Here we have stereo, all the 5.1 surround, yeah, and we have headphone virtual surround for 5.1 support when you're using your headphones. I think that's very, very awesome. Yep. Also, we can choose if it's gonna be mute when headphones disconnect. Yep. And do output test, input mic, because we have microphone here. Yeah, we can test our microphone and the display, the most interesting thing. So first, we can turn on the HDR output in supporting software. Also, we can choose the TV resolution up to 4K. Also, we can choose RGB range from automatic to limited range. Adjust the screen size, but first we need to connect our system to a TV. Also, we can turn on screen burn-in reduction. Yeah, so it's gonna be turn our brightness lower, but it's interesting because this is LCD and it doesn't have burn-ins like the OLED ones. So maybe it's a little bit how to say, maybe it's for the next OLED switch to I don't know. Yeah, so here we can synchronize with TV power state. You know what is this? Also, we can turn on the 120 Hz output. Yep. Also, we can turn on the auto latency mode, ALLM. Also, HDR output. We can turn it on always or only on supported games, or we can turn it off. Yeah. And we can adjust HDR, but it needs to be connected to a TV. But HDR works as a handheld and on TV also, on the docked mode, or how it's called. Also, we can create MII, but it doesn't work without the day one patch. Also, Amiibo, all the same thing. Yeah, doesn't work without day one patch. And a lot of you guys want to see the themes menu. Here it is. We only have the basic light mode and basic dark mode, like on the other. Like on the first Switch and on the Switch OLED, yeah. Here we also have the notifications, yeah. we can turn on the notification sound. Here is auto sleep. You choose from what time the console is gonna sleep. Either it's on the system screen or it's connected to TV. Yep. Here you can see we can choose keep wired connection active in the sleep mode. Yep. Wake when the AC adapter is disconnected. This is cool thing. I don't remember if we had this on the first switch. And also we have system menu. We have as you can see, the switch have version of 19.0.0. Yep. We also can update the dock. Also here is the system nickname, and either it's gonna be locked in the sleep mode or no. Language, region, date and time, system battery, we can turn on. Serial information, I'm not gonna show this. All this stuff. System auto updates and share error information. Yep, so here it all. Here's the menu. I showed you all the menu. And here is the switch too. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to our podcast, Popa y Kultura. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yeah. And we are very pleased to show you the Nintendo Switch 2, first in the world. Yeah, baby. Thank you for your watching. Bye bye.